Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Legacy. We had a little bit of a break yesterday. We played some Legacy Cube. Hondo donated for that. But now we're back. Playing our normal deck, playing our normal format, all that good stuff. I'm going to be running back the exact 75 that I played at GP Niagara Falls. And like while I'm playing through the league, I'll be running through kind of like the high points, the low points, both of the deck's performance, like as a whole, like how I did, and the certain cards, which cards were big, which cards were important, which cards kind of underperformed. So I kind of wanted to kind of try to pick apart my own list. I don't really have an event coming down the pipeline, as far as I know yet. So it'll be a while before I like have to prep for anything big. So I'm kind of just gonna be messing around trying to tweak stuff. Make sure the cardboard live is up. Haven't done that in a while. Undefeated Legacy Cube All-Star XJ Cloud attempts to navigate constructed Legacy. Yeah, they both have Legacy in the name. It's like the same format, right? Undefeated Legacy All-Star and also undefeated Blue-White Stoneblade player. Were you the one that donated for Stoneblade Hondo? Am I like X and O with Hondo donations? I forget if you were the one that donated for that. I guess we're gonna 5-0 with that. With what did you say yesterday? We're gonna do Mr. Toad's Wild Ride donation. If Hondo donated for your GP entry, things would be different. You would have had to donate like for me to play a different deck at the GP, and then we would have just won it. This looks cool. Looking forward to the report. I don't know if I was gonna write a report. It just like we got so dumpstered on day 2. Writing the report feels kind of demoralizing, but the day 1 report is pretty good. Have to go back and think about things. I didn't really like go into it thinking I was gonna write a report unless I did really well. The verbal report, that's fair. We can chat about that as we go along. Points. Wow, Arcana already trophying? Jeez. Alright, we just got a 5-0 so I can be first on the leaderboard, taking my screenshot, and then decompress from there. So the list felt mostly fine. The biggest problem that I ran into, I don't know, the biggest problem that I ran into was a string of bad matchups in day 2, but it's not a horse. Yeah, I kind of have, it was worse yesterday, but I still have a little bit of a throat thing from the GP. Why? Yep, there you go. You can sit like on the back of the chair. Just don't make me hold you up. Nobody expects the second tendrils. I mean, he did Infernal Tutor for the second tendrils, so I did expect it after it resolved, I guess. This is your first league with the London Mole. This is the first league that I'm going to be playing with the London Mole, actually, with Texas. The only time I ever did anything with the London Mole was when I streamed with Arkin on his channel. I thought cats weren't allowed in the office. Well, while I'm in here, the cats are allowed, right? Because then they get to hang out. We won the die roll. The classic batter school in the opening hand. I was told 2 cavern was the new standard. Maybe the next stream will be like one of the top 8 people's streams. The top 8 people's deck lists. His hands kind of sucky. Wait, why is this not all darkened? Okay, so it lights up while your opponent's making their decision. That's kind of weird. But yeah, this hand's fine. We put probably the Saravenger to the bottom. It's kind of hard to cast. Doesn't come down until turn 3 unless if we have like a white source or something. But Arkin says everyone needs to play 4th lands until they bank Lebrand. I guess we'll find out, right? We're only playing like 4 graveyard hate cards. Ooh. That was loud. Do you guys hear that? Oh wait, this is waiting on me. Fuck. I don't know. Man, I'm just not used to this shit. So now it fades out again? I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't understand how London Mulligan works. Did we even mulligan yesterday? Oh boy. No, that's fine. I guess I'd rather Stoneforge for Batterskull here. We didn't mulligan because we were playing blue. Get reading any other D&D wasn't negative. Thanks for setting my board. Say no problem. Good seeing you. Always glad to meet. I could just waste like this Ancient Tomb. Meet more people. I kind of want to just power this Ancient Tomb. If you kept the 7, you wouldn't have to find the Batterskull. Flashbacks to my second Eldrazi post opponent, where I kept like a triple port hand to try to manage them, and they just hit like 7 land drops in a row. We got oh. Oh wait, is this just Steel Zombie doesn't play the colored lands, right? Is this just like actual factual affinity? Don't really think I want to ping this Vault Scourge. I'm like, I could, but I don't think so. The 9th place listed NF played Tree. Okay, then yeah, it's probably just Steel Stompy. For choke, wait, hang on. Was it like 4 tree, 4 opal, just like 8 sources? Also, we're gonna grab a GJ now. Aisha9, thanks for the 8-month resub. I appreciate the support. That's money laundering right there. We're stealing money right out of Jeff Bezos' pocket. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. I'll take my 250 and like it. Is this a ballista? Sure. Ben XTC. Wasn't sure how to pronounce your name actually, because like the N's lowercase, so I wasn't sure if it was still part of the same word, but whatever. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, I appreciate it. Anyway, Ben works? Okay. Was not sure. Is it still just put in GTA? My opponent's play was just make a ballista, so we're probably just passing. We don't want to plow if we like need to. And Ditry, thanks for the 6-month resub. It is a lot of people's sub-anniversary, especially because I took like 2 weeks off. It's like a lot of people are like, oh, my resub's here, but I haven't tuned in like a week or so. Shoot his ballista with your ballista to assert dominance. The ballista does fog my Stoneforge. It was like play land, pump the ballista to a 2/2, kill my Stoneforge. It's another ballista. That was a hand rack. What is my icon now that I'm 6 months? I will not wear my glasses. That's Thalia's Lancers, I think, it looks like. But yeah, did they just not attack with this Vault Scourge last turn? Revoker, huh? Could revoke this ballista. What's up, squirrels? How's it going? Why is there a GTA in our hand but no Batter Skull? I went and found this GTA because I thought it was pretty good. Looks like decent against this board. It's a little awkward because my opponent can fog it. But I think I'm fine with that. Oh, I guess they could block with Hangerback. Wait, no. If they block with Hangerback Pink Ballista, they just get wrecked. I think I can just equip an attack, right? Not hitting any land drops, but it also doesn't really appear that we need to for now. We're just going to attempt to dunk on my opponent. So I assume they're going to like block with Ballista. Yeah, block with... Okay. Interesting choice. So they did want it off the battlefield, I guess. But we should be fine. Now we have just have GT counters we can clear up stuff. We can't turn off the Opal, unfortunately. Oh yeah, this thing also makes a... I should probably ping this, though, before it gets not summoning sick. I guess I can ping it whenever, though. If they activate it, I ping it in response. If they play like a Ravager, though, yeah, we'll ping it now. Which play Legacy D&T makes me want to get a real job to be able to play Big Boy Magic. Legacy is a sweet format, but it is, unfortunately, extremely expensive. This is Steel Stomping Needle. Apparently, the 9th place list played Tree of Tales for Choke in the sideboard. This is fine. This is extremely fine. I mean, we'd love to draw a third land, especially because we could just like flicker out a Stop Dart for free. But we're in an extremely good spot right now. I mean, I guess I just play this Thalia, right? Thalia's just like the best on the board here. I think you just jam File. The File's 2 mana, it's so bad. But like, I did consider it because we're like pretty hoisted on mana. I mean, our life total is pretty high. So Lackey, I might agree actually. We just like kind of need to get this Vial in play. We're under no pressure. This game is definitely going to take a little bit longer, that's for sure. Oh, well, that's kind of horrifying. I mean, we still have GTA Online. Actually, GTA just kills this, so actually it's significantly less horrifying. Never mind. Forgot we have answers to this in Legacy. I said something in chat. This has been an odd game. Yeah, me not hitting this land ever. Could just revoke this Mox Diamond, honestly. Or Opal. I think that is my plan. Next turn I can like even plow this Revoker and shit. We have plenty of time. Almost. Maybe I should have played this last turn, actually. Oh, also this just blocks. There's so many things. As Champion, it's just like such a less concerning card in Legacy, as it turns out. So used to it being like Modern True Nemesis back in the heyday of Affinity. But here in Legacy, it's a lot worse. What is this? Chalice, huh? Well, rip this Plow, but we still have Ballista to kill the Revoker. And I guess we could Flicker Wisp this Plow eventually. Or Flicker Wisp this Chalice. We're gonna Violent Thalia, so I guess it's cast Ballista here. Glad we jammed this Vial. Yeah. Just turn 8, 3 lands. Oh no, Caracas. That's rude. What's this? A walkie-shooty thing? World's saddest loss against Steel Zombie today. Tilted after playing Red twice in a row, 4.5 hours into the stream. Yeah, makes sense. Lodestone would just be like not a great cast here, right? Are they planning on activating this Adventure Square now, I guess? No, they can't, because this Mox was turned off. We finally hit our land drop. I can only equip to the Revoker and, like, Suicide it in. But it's probably fine now. They could crack their Adventure Square post, but that's, again, still probably fine. Ping the Revoker, equip, GT, attack. I'm probably jamming this Mom for mana efficiency. If they animate Factory and block, I can just ping down the Factory and then I have 1 counter left. I guess I don't need the thing online yet, right? I'm like ignoring movement. I call Goblins Red D&D. I need to like stop tanking on these decisions that like don't actually matter. We're super far ahead right now. And I'm just like not in the legacy mindset. What do we even recruit for? Whatever. Yeah. To recruit for the Monkara that isn't in your deck. Wouldn't even be good. My opponent already has Caracas. Down for trading with this Factory and getting a counter on my GT. I could also just flicker out the Factory, but I don't think I care. Yeah, I'll trade this Revoker for a GT counter and this Factory dead. Pew. Yeah, we should be pretty far ahead here. Even if they have like another Ballista. We have Plow and like just more things. Just Flicker was holding GJ just means game over. 2/2 Ballista. That'd be a little inconvenient. Yeah. That deck seems kind of loose. Let's see if we draw a land. Make my life easier. For jailer, you cowards. So if I equip the Stone Forge, I force the ping on the stone or on the mom. Unfortunately, not drawing out that land makes this much more awkward. Plow, Flicker Wisp to save. Flicker Wisp to save what? They just ping the Wisp first, right? And then I Flicker Wisp it, and then they ping it again. Oh, was I supposed to attack like this? Maybe not. I'm just gonna get blocked by the stopped it, right? My board's gonna get cleared. Whoops. I'm very tired. Oh, I guess I could ping the ballista right now, or on a clear board now. This is actually fine. Now we just ping this ballista. Yeah. And then we just get to like put in this recruiter or this wisp. That didn't even shoot me in the face. Interesting. I haven't been like looking at that much of chat. So now they can actually activate their Inventor Sphere here. Draw. Then we do this Flicker Wisp. Or good thing we have this Flicker Wisp. And this should be game. Because now we can just clear the Edge Champion. Yeah, they have nothing now. Well, they can crack the Fair and then cast something, maybe? Just Slash Panther would be good here. Gonna grab like another Ballista. They have a lot of mana. We can just recruit a Revoker, revoke Ballista. Yep. Maybe we'll draw a land someday. Alright, game ended. Sorry, I haven't been paying a lot of attention to chat. I was taking a lot longer than in that game than I should have. Just my brain starting up for the day. Or for the night, I guess. So glad we jammed the bio, yeah. Did not expect us to draw one land in like 12 draws or whatever, but sometimes it happens. Literally turn 12. Alright, what does this look like? Maybe Karn? Karn seems kind of medium. Needle on Faithless, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Enjoy your Thalia emote. The classic Moto. I've usually seen, you sometimes see like completely blank cards. I don't think I've ever seen just the top little bit of the card. Having like the sideboard Karn. The Karn on the weekend was like kind of mediocre, but a lot of the 4-drops felt like kind of mediocre except Cataclysm, because I kept playing against Eldrazi post. I think I like Karn more than like the... Thalia's got First Strike. Which like actually matters. This doesn't feel like a card matchup though. Let's leave it like that. Oh wait, hang on. Before I cut all my mother runes. Maybe we will bring in this Karn. Fuck, we already have like way too... We can't even cut any Thalias, what? Because we have to cut all our mobs on the Prelate. I mean, I guess I'm leaving in 4 Thalias in this matchup. Thalia seems so fucking miserable, though. Alright. Cataclysm seems really bad against the artifact creature deck. There's the host Goblin Lackey. Anyway. Karn was like pretty medium. It did, I did get a construct equipped with the Sword of Fire and Ice to survive in all his dust and kill my Eldrazi post opponent, which was pretty sweet. So thank God this thing wasn't a freaking Gideon. But overall, God, 2 for 2 so far on the 7s. This hand just sucks a lot. Need to add to the auto host. I haven't fucked with auto host in a while, but yeah, I probably need to also add a bunch of people. Alright, classic 1-lander. So it's almost good. E-post opponent was questionable at best. Yeah, alright. We have to put 2 cards back. Tempted to do land Karn. This Karn doesn't seem like it's going to be very useful. Especially because we need to put back like another card. So if we try to keep the Karn, what are we going to put back? Like Vile and like, yeah. Look at that. Oh, are we talking about playing boarding and rip in this matchup? What is it? Ravager and Hangerback? Maybe. Uh-oh. I guess I could just revoke the Steel Overseer. I hate revoking Overseer though when there's like ballistas, but I also can't really afford to get buried by this Overseer. Bug makes the card look like freeze after he gets cut up by the Death Saucer. Please don't be Walking Ballista. Please be a Hangerback Walker. Fuck. So we could recruit for the other Revoker and revoke the Steel Overseer again? Why would I do that when I could just draw the Revoker? So we could recruit for like a Flicker Wisp if we wanted. Try to like recoup our card advantage that way. Our opponent's like pretty down on mana, but I also don't think Thalia taxes them out of a lot. Like if we're gonna, like I could just port too. Maybe porting is actually the best play. Just Violin, Revoker the Overseer, and then pour them down. Kind of in for that. We could work our way up to Jailer depending on how many land drops my opponent misses in the interim. Just gonna cast this. Maybe casting with Folly is still okay. Probably not. We're probably supposed to Wasteland import them. Just mana deny the shit out of them. Jailer, you can't. I mean, I'm probably gonna do the Jailer now. Jailer seems pretty nuts in this board state. I do need to start ending this game. I probably should have swung with this Revoker last turn. Oh, snap blocked, huh? Okay, see if he has more Overseers in hands and draws a Soul Land or something. Nice! He did it. Alright. What does XJ ever have a chance of blocking warriors? Why is chat so rude? Chat just doesn't appreciate me. Come on, P-Fire deck. Hondo, why? Hondo, we need a 5-0. We need a 5-0 so I can take a screenshot of myself at first place and tweet and revel in the glory. Just realized Virgo Bellstrike creates a warrior. That can't block because he's canonically a coward. That is mechanically how that works, yes. Sand seems a little on the weak side, but depends on what my opponent's on, I suppose. Played against really bad D&D players. I thought you ranted about the quality of the average D&D pilot. Yeah, I watched some really bad D&D players on the weekend. What deck goes Mountain Pass? Oh well, I'm just gonna play them all and say go. Oh well. Kind of a bummer if we don't find another land here. Oh well. Kind of a bummer. Mountain Pass is always Red Prison. Yeah, that was basically my thought, but like my second thought was what Red Prison player just like snap keeps a 7 with like land go on turn 1. Oh man, this card's unbeatable. By that I mean I hope I draw a 3rd land. Should have paused to consider a force for a minute or so. Chandra Uptick Exile Mountain is a classic that will never get old. Yeah, not saying that my opponent's hand was bad. I was just confused by it because I'm used to just right prison going turn 1 Moon, turn 1 Trinisphere, turn 1 Chalice, whatever. But yeah, like turn 2 Trinisphere is definitely a passable hand, especially if you can follow it up with a bunch of other good haymakers. Like so, apparently. I don't know why they needed to tap all their mana for this. Is there like another war boss coming? Yeah. Name an intro deck Chandra. Isn't like Chandra Pyro Genius or something? Am I mistaken in that? Well, this is scary. I don't trade off. There's no world in which I trade off this mom. Yeah, definitely a medium-sized yikes. So Thalia is probably the best play because it has first strike. This Legion War Boss is going to have to attack, and I can just eat it. Flicker Wisp is a little awkward. Flicker Wisp all it does is like kill this Goblin token. I think the play is Thalia. And hope to God my opponent doesn't have like a... Actually, Fiery Columns would be pretty bad. Just deal 1 to everything. I can still at least kill the War Boss, though, because I per-read the Revoker, obviously. Bold attack. Did not expect them to get in with that Rabble Master. Alright, feeling okay. Couples seemed likely, but it also didn't seem good there, right? I still get to keep my Revoker around. That's Grey Ogre beatdown time. I gotta pressure this Chandra, so I think I'm just gonna cast Wisp now and kill this 2/2. So I can actually clear this thing. Prolon 4 is also probably very reasonable, isn't it? So I don't get confluenced. Yeah, probably want to do that first. Of how opponent taps. Yeah, opponent is very worried about tapping their mana. I mean, that time I guess it made sense because they led with. I mean, they could have just cast Simian Spirit at first, though. I don't know. They can do their thing. Deal. So now we could just get GT going. Yeah, that's probably fine. Taking their face. They can just like trillion block this. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. But I can just like pro-red. Alright, okay, cool. Or they could do that. Make my life easy. Cool. Alright, sideboard time. Eight cards, huh? This matchup has become like more and more of a mess as time has gone on in terms of how to sideboard. I don't even know if like Cataclysm's as good as it used to be. I mean, Cataclysm's obviously still insane in the matchup, but the most of the games you die are two with like the double War Boss hands. And the Cataclysm doesn't really help you against those. But you still do have to hedge for the end game, where they are sitting behind like two ensnaring bridges with a Chandra Torch of Defiance in play or whatever. Confirmation bias matchup confirmed unwinnable. Yeah, that was a rough day. What do I cut in this matchup? God. Shave. Mom's Thoughts, Flicker Wisp. We have 8 cards to cut though. I'll probably cut like that. Cut all these moms, call it a day. Yeah, this looks okay. I like to shave on ones just because like I expect a pile of sulfur elementals all the time. This hand's pretty strong. We have a plow for the first thing. If my opponent goes turn 1 Chalice, we're obviously very sad, but this hand's very strong. Too strong not to keep. I almost want to leave up plow here rather than play the Vial because I feel like it's Soul Land, Legion, War Boss, whatever. But I feel like developing Vial is too important. And then next turn, they can keep their Goblin. I'll just plow their guy and wasteland them. Could be like Pitch Spirit Guide here. Also could be Chalice of the Void. Those are both fine. We got the Vial down. I think I'd rather port than Mystic. Get my F6 value in and don't bluff a mom. Alright, now that's marginally problematic, I guess. It's gonna be a lot of goblins if I like Judgment this Chalice to get my plows online. When I still has 4 cards in hand too. I could Judgment the War Boss, but then what? I mean, we could plan on just like Stoneforging for Batterskull. Put up a brick wall. I don't hate Judgmenting this Chalice. Our hand is very... We could also recruit a Relic Ward or Relic Ward the Chalice and save our Judgment. But that inhibits us from developing the Stoneforge Mystic. It does also make a 2/2 blocker, notably, which can trade with the War Boss, so it doesn't get to attack. You like wasting the port, and just like Batterskull them to death. I also don't like wasting it. I'd rather like port the City of Traders, right? Wastelanding City of Traders always feels kind of bad. It's like it's gonna die anyway, and if you port it, you get like mad value. Trying to prepare for like the worst, which would be like more Rabble Masters or Chandra. Nice sweet tech to play from the new set. Not really, besides, yeah, Tomic is the interesting card that people are going to be testing. Relic Order or Wisp lets you use Plow. Yeah, that was kind of my thought. Get it to 2/2 and play block the War Boss. Eat this Chalice anyway. I think that's what I'm going to do, because this Judgment is probably important to kill like a Chandra Torch of Defiance down the line. Relic Order. So if we like, if they Chandra me, but we draw like we draw a white source, it'd be gas because we could still Council Judgment and Plow on the same turn. No, you draw 2 within a game of having cards in the pot of the second card. Divine seems hot. I don't know if there's a world where I'd really play a second Karn. I wasn't even that impressed with the first. And Karn's like mostly good because of its downtick more than its uptick. Its uptick is extremely slow, except for in like very specific matchups. So if this feels okay, this stymies my opponent's ability to like attack with War Boss to make their Goblin tokens bigger. You can't cast it yet. You have to let this City Traders get off the stack. There we go. What are they playing here? PMK wouldn't really matter. Chandra would be like marginally annoying. Fiery Confluence shattering the file? Oh, interesting. Kind of annoying. Does kind of stifle my mana development a tad. We even do the white source, so we can Plow War Boss, play Stoneforge, hold up Plow. Or we could like Plow War Boss, port them. I'm not in love with that plan. Definitely Plow this War Boss. I guess I could apply the War Boss first and then tech with the Recruiter as well. I think I want the Stoneforge. What am I getting? Batter Skull, Jite, Sword. Script Batter Skull. So could like second Fire Confluence Wrath me, but then we could just cast a Batter Skull. I guess this could be like Sulfur Elemental bait. Yeah, probably shouldn't have blocked that. That was like pretty obvious Sulfur Elemental bait. Ooh. I like that a lot better than the Batter Skull, actually. Parallel 4 seems pretty good. Protect from Confluence, Chandra, that sort of stuff. PMK. Be kind of annoying instead of like burn a Council Judgment on a 2/2. My opponent trying to cast a 4-drop? No, because their mana went away. I don't know what's happening. Chalice? I'm sure. Yeah, whatever. Solid. We did it. red person on this list. Cuban Strifo. Stop. Hondo, why? I know you want to use the command you made, but I also don't want to play against a punching fire deck. Oh man. A trophy with slivers? This is the slivers guy, right? Oh, I did see something on Twitter about like some people losing their qualifier points. I should check that I still have mine. Yeah, we good. Wait, what are these? Oh, those are Mox qualifier. These are legacy points. Okay, sure. We good. Imagine all the poor life choices you have to make to be known as the slivers guy. Play against Chalice deck, pretty good for us. With the exception of like Eldrazi Post, the Chalice decks are usually a pretty good matchup. I think. I'm trying to think of other like Chalice decks that exists. Alright. This hand feels kind of weak. No 2-drop. Or 1-drop. Ugh, this hand also feels kind of weak. But it also has like mom to port into stuff. I think on a 6, I'm going to keep this. It's so hard to tell when you're putting mulligans. You have to check like the chat box. Maybe I'm supposed to go to 5. This hand's like a pretty reasonable 6. Would I keep this hand without a plains in it? Without like one of the 3 plains on the 6? Maybe not. The Seraventure is a 4-drop. Keep. On the play. I mean, I guess like proactive Rashad and port on the play with like wasteland stuff isn't bad. Yeah, the spell lands are definitely powerful. But like we're playing against like miracles or something, I'm gonna be kind of bummed. Well, the port's still okay, but we'll just like top deck Thalia, it'll be fine. Alright. Hopefully we don't top deck Thalia. Not the worst. Why did you keep this? This is awful up a mirror. I fucked up. I also might have kept that 6 in the mirror rather than going to 5. I feel like I'm gonna snap wasteland this Cavern of Souls. Unfortunately, my opponent has his file, so probably won't matter that much. We might not wasteland anymore because we want to just hit 4 lands and just like Stoneforge my opponent next turn, right? Before they have their vial on 3 to like Flicker Wisp me. Because we have the Mother of Runes up. The other thing we get hit by is the Revoker. We ourselves could also get wastelanded or ported or something, but that's also life. The Cavern's on Elemental, notably. Yeah, probably because It's the mirror. They have like a Flicker Wisp in hand or some shit. Yeah, I don't think I'm wastelanding. I think I want to see what happens if I try to sneak this GT online. A couple things we can walk into. Namely, like Thalia. Just Thalia by herself stops our plan, right? Because we would have to, we couldn't cast the GT, we'd have to activate the Stoneforge, and we can't use the Mom, because the Mom's our only untapped creature. And then we're on Flicker Wisp on Vial duty. So we'll see how this turn breaks, but the plan is like cast the GTA off of the Port in the Wasteland. Ooh, alright, recruited for Revoker. That tracks. There's a cat here that came to visit. I don't know if you guys can hear her. Hello, kitty. Hello. Just walking plus interesting. So they already have a Revoker, I guess? So we're going to cast the GTA off of these two lands. If they valid a Revoker, then we still have Sarah Avenger. Do they just have nothing? If they have Violent Thalia when I attack, I can just pro-white. Wow, they just have nothing. And they didn't get the Revoker. Interesting. I'm gonna kill this before they get like Flicker Wisp on their Vial. Interesting choice, opponent. I don't think I respect your line, but... this is fine. They can't, like, GTA me back. Because we have a Mom and we have a GTA counter. Hello, chat, and ask him to... do you even know who you're up against? So it could get a little annoying if they, like, Ballista on 2 and then, like, Flicker Wisp me. Flicker Wisp trades with the GTA counter, but prevents me from getting counters this turn. The Ballista, like, clears the Mom, and then they can, like, try to connect with their GTA. But if they Ballista on 2, next turn I'm just, like, playing Sarah Avenger and wastelanding them and playing a Vial or something. Deal. Goodbye, Mom, I guess. Yup. No attack. So I wonder if that means that they have, like, they're not blocking Wisp their Stoneforge, maybe? But we can just Avenger. Well, let's just attack first. See what happens. I assume, like, Wisp the GTA off, or I guess a block Wisp their Stoneforge is probably better. I'd still ping the Flicker. I don't know what's happening. I like flicker their cavern souls. I really don't care. Yeah, sure. Do it. I'm just gonna wrath your board. I don't have to kill the Stoneforge, but I think I want to. I think playing the Vials of Support and then reporting them in this stage, so they can't just like get their equipment into play as easily. I also just think they're pretty severely far behind now. They notably put their Cavern Angel on the rebound. Interesting. So they could like cast their GT here, Violent Wisp my GT off. This is just a Sarah Avenger. Yeah, sure. Ballista's nice. I almost just want to attack with both. And just use the counters to clear the Avenger and just play this Ballista on 2. Make sure there's no like bullshit. But I can also just move the GJ over to the Avenger, attack the Avenger, trade, get 2 counters, then play another Avenger. That's probably better. I guess this is worse against Flicker Wisp. I guess it'd be a similar outcome against Flicker Wisp. We also just have like a wall of high toughness blockers, so we could actually just like strong arm them out of the GTA fight. I assume they have to trade here, right? It's like the best outcome for them. Okay, or they have Wisp. Wisp the GTA off and then block with the Wisp is the stone best outcome. It's bad if they flicker Avenger. Wouldn't they flicker the Wisp? Block with the Avenger? Why are they flickering the Avenger? Oh, they want 2 creatures in play? I think I'm just playing another Avenger, right? They get 2 GT counters, they can't prevent me from getting GT counters. We're still fine. And that's assuming they have land 4, which they haven't had yet. They still need to hit another land drop. And then after that we have Ballista. I suppose if they have a 3rd Wisp, then things do start going poorly for me. Oh yeah, never mind. They don't have a 4th land. They're still severely far behind. The classic Stoneforge for Sophie and concede. Make my life easy. I was not going to respect the 3rd Flicker Wisp. I was definitely just going to equip and bash, but would have been annoying if they had it. Easy cuts with this sideboard. 5 in, 5 out. Call it a day. I guess flickering the Avengers of the GTA there plays around like me having a plow. They wanted 2 creatures. No, if I had a plow, they only would have mana to equip once anyway. I don't know. I feel like they wanted to trade off with my Avenger because the Avenger is so good at like regaining control of the GTA fight because it has such a high toughness. You can't kill an Avenger with like a single GTA connection. I feel like they wanted to flicker off the GTA and swap the Avenger for it, or block with the Wisp. But I don't know. Maybe not. Like Karn, the post-board matchups just get really grindy, and like Karn's a not shitty grindy card. It's also very good against some other breeds and stuff because it produces colorless tokens. Is this hand good enough? This hand feels not good enough. It's okay. What am I shipping? Wisp is usually pretty important. We're definitely light on mana, so we can't ship mana. I think I might be shipping second Mom, but Mom's so good in this matchup. It's either Mom or Wisp for sure. I think it's the Mom. Just because it doesn't fit into our curve that well. I guess we played on turn 2, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to ship a Mom, though. Flicker is just so powerful with your Vial hands. Like, if this hand didn't have an Aether Vial, I definitely would ship the Wisp, I think. But we're on the draw, and we have, like, a lot of very good preventative measures, which is really important when you're on the draw, because you're usually behind in the GTA fight. So, like, having Mom, having Revoker, having Wisp, plus Vial. Your job is, like, prevent them from connecting. If they just port me, I'm just gonna go land go. If they don't port me, I think we were still just going land go, so we'll take it. Goodbye, planes. Nice. Opponent does not have a Mom. Am I supposed to respect, or not respect, am I supposed to play around Containment Priest? Probably. Probably should just put in them. But, like, putting in the Mom on the end step has, like, a lot of upside as well. Wow, they have no land. Are we, like, revoking this Vial and then wastelanding them? Flashing Containment Priest. I feel like I'm super about to revoke this Vial and wasteland them. Is that greedy? I guess let's see if we draw a land. Maybe they're going to revoke my Vial. Peroko was right, of course. This definitely did feel like an opponent that left with Thalia in the mirror. Man, I want to revoke this Vial, but I don't even know if it's the good play. Because we have a bunch of 3-drops in our hand, we'll only have 2 mana. We could revoke the Vial and not wasteland them. We could just revoke the Vial, leave up the wasteland, but then they're porting me. So I guess it's like kind of the same. We can wasteland it on end step. If they don't port me, then we get to cast our spell. I'm kind of in for that. If they... I mean, we're not losing to Thalia yet. Aether Vial. Next gen. That is a more iconic duo. I'll give him that. I kind of wanted to wasteland, but wastelanding feels like kind of greedy. Basically, it sets us both at like just trying to hit our next land drop, though, right? My hand is like pretty bananas. Good try. They gave it a shot. This is a solid play. I love a good snap concede, yeah. That was a good one. There's D&T on this list. Yeah, the numbers are adding up, whatever. I made a new spreadsheet for to gather London Mulligan data, but something's fucked up, so I'll need to figure it out, but whatever. Easy to rebuild when there are only like 3 matches in the pool. The old college try. Did the person that taught me were they playing Saravenger in their list? I remember that were they the ones with like 2 Catherines and 2 Crusaders or some crazy shit? Crusader in this economy? Singleton. Alright, that's fair. Ugh. I hate these hands. What we're looking for in a better hand. Thalia Vial. Yeah, there were 2 D&T. There was one explicitly that had Cavern Souls, if I recall correctly. Looking for like exactly Thalia Vial. I think I'm supposed to chip his hand. This hand feels really weak. A ton of decks his hand loses too. Also had a Remorseful Cleric and a Prowling. Of course it did. I think I want to just throw this hand back. I think I'd be happy with a 6. I'm not really happier with this 6, I don't think. Which land am I throwing back? Caracas, maybe? Kind of want double white, because we have so many. Yeah, 7 was certainly medium minus. Maybe throw back this Rashad board. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of keeping medium minus 7s, but I will keep a lot of medium minus 6s. Maybe I should go to 5 more often. This is me waiting for nothing because it's my choice. Keep forgetting. We'll put this board to the bottom. Maybe I don't want to do that because I want to turn 2 play though. I'm just like hoping these Swords of Plowshares are good in the matchup. I could have put a Plow on the bottom, I guess. But I think our plan is that Plow is good in this matchup, and that's the only way we're going to win. Pretty good top deck. I wish I had a Rashad board now. Oh man, this is Elves. Rip 5-0 streak. Yeah, fuck. I'll Wasteland's Cradle and then kill his Dryad Arbor. Maybe not. Maybe we have to. We can't kill the Heritage Shards. Maybe my opponent doesn't have any more lands. Oh, dang. We tried. Oh, we're never killing this Heritage Druid. Is this good? This feels like it might be okay, right? I don't want to trade Mom for a Wirewood. I kind of wanted to trade for the Heritage Druid, right? You're really gonna chuck your mom under that shit. I'm definitely thinking about chucking this mom under something. Oh shit. That was a good draw. Am I porting or am I casting the GTA next turn? I think I'm porting, right? Or like this turn. I could like Violent Stoneforge, cast the GTA this turn. Then that gives them access to mana. Problem is that I can't put the GTA in play next turn either. But like if they produce an elf, I can't get. I guess I could get through actually. I could plow it and then equip. Right? So we Violent Stoneforge, play the GTA. They go land drops, Elvish, whatever. Elvish Mystic. And then we plow the Elvish Mystic, or Elvish whatever, they pick it up, and then we connect the GTA. Clear the symbiotes. And they're just like, Cradle, Rex Age me. I'll cry a lot. Maybe they'll trophy my Stoneforge. Flashbacks. I think we want this vial on 2. I think we have more 2s in the deck than 3s. They might double block with symbiotes. Because then I just like don't have a creature. Yeah, that tracks. This is like my best chance at winning. So now we're gonna take this vial up to 3 next turn, because we'll have we can cast a 2-drop still. Do I ping the Dryad Arbor? I could just ping the Quarian Ranger. Pinging the Quarian Ranger is probably better, right? I mean, port the Dryad Arbor or whatever. Let's draw a creature, please. That's not a creature. Ping the thing that has an elf creature type. Reasonable. Problem is that we need to reconnect with this GTA. It's just like a value glimpse. Glimpse into Visionary. Yeah. No. Come on, creatures. Let's go. Anytime now. Anytime now. Anytime. Just gonna get like NO'd. There's like no way they just like NO me here, right? It's gonna like arc on me. Lol. At least that's beatable. Not the best critter, but it does exist. Is it time for the hoof? Just gonna like NO there. Oh, I'm sure. We did. We tried as best we could, but draws just weren't with it. Unfortunate, but we gave it the old college try. I think I was taking the shotgun approach last I sideboarded for this matchup. I forget what the last card or the last couple of cards I cut were. It's definitely something like this. Maybe I shaved a vial or something. Yeah, this was fine. Yeah. This was generally my my plan. Ooh. Snap, keep this hand. It has spells in it, and it spells with relevant text. Mom into Containers is actually a very strong start, and we have Sword of Fire and Ice if it doesn't get blown up. We plow for the first thing. Alright, just cast a Green Sun's the opponent, please. No. Please cast a Green Sun Zenith. Pick up your forest. Oh, shoot. I gotta play that Dried Arbor for free. Damn it. I mean, you can't respond to it, but if I like Flash and Sorcerer Speed, I don't think it's worth it, though. Play around like the 2 of Dried Arbor versus like the 4 Green Suns that get cast there. Attack. What could I possibly do? I think we're just casting Sword next turn, right? Got a lot of plows. We could just like plow a bunch of things, but I think we're just doing this, hope we don't get like Rex Saged. or Abrupt Decayed. Double Plowless Waste. Yeah, not unreasonable, but like, is Plowing Nettle Sentinel really that much value? Like, they still have a bunch of cards named. Getting this sort of Fire and Ice Online to actually just like repeatedly ping off elves seems not unreasonable. Interesting. So we can actually pro it on 2 if we get there. I think this turn I want to equip Sword to Priest, plow the Quarian Ranger, though. Maybe we got Plow or Wasteland. I suppose I could Wasteland the Giant Arbor and then just attack. That's probably fine. Hey, we took a game. Look at that. It only required us having, like, the actual God hand. Let's reassess. Done reassessing. Let's resubmit. Hope my opponent mulligans to 4. This hand doesn't do anything. This hand I will definitely keep. We will ship this Sarah Adventure, I think. We definitely want to hit land drops, and all these other cards are very important. Pretty much plowing whatever they play on turn 1 here. Don't think I'm in the market for wastelanding this, but I'm for sure in the market for plowing it. Do you prefer Chalice or Canonist versus Elves? I think Canonist. Canonist is easier to protect with like Mother of Runes. It's not like when sometimes you want a creature. Chalice is like nothing. Chalice is really bad to draw late. Canonist is rarely that bad. Oh, that being said, Chalice is still pretty good if you can find it early. Oh man. Missing land drops is good for me, but I can't capitalize yet. Just very inconspicuously leave up Containment Priest mana again. I'm gonna make 2 more mana here, which is a lot. Cast a Green Sun. Yeah, Quarian Ranger's real fucked up. They're just going off. The whole value glimpse. How many cards have they drawn? Like 5, 6? I think this is a little beyond the value glimpse. Man, good thing I had this Containment Priest. Now they definitely don't have an abrupt decay to kill my containment priest, that's for sure. Oh, thank God. I get some value. At least I get to snipe this fucking Dryad Arbor. Alright, I can have 6 this time. Go for it, opponent. Go hog wild. I got nothing. We also need to find a flyer real bad just to get past this. But yeah, they're probably just going to like a Containment Priest, murder me. They only drew like 900 cards. And I can't wasteland this Bayou, because there's a Quarian Ranger. I feel like perhaps we're going to get natural ordered next turn. I guess we'll just play equip with the GTA to the Stoneforge and attack. Force them to like pick up a elf at least, question mark. Holy Light, just fucking get him. I mean, it only kills the 2 symbiotes. Not even like that good. At least this is an unsummon. Or it forces, if they want to decay the GTA, they can do that. Well, that does not bode well for me. Oh, they got me. Alright, so we need a top deck like Revoker. Assuming we don't die this turn if we draw. Okay, never mind. It was a lot of hope there. They're just gonna know me and crush me with the hoof. Yeah, that glimpse was incredibly fucked up. We tried. Oh no, let me see my card. Oh, wow, that actually would have been pretty good. Damn it. We give it the old college try. That's the best we can ask from the Elves matchup. Considering we were reasonably close to winning, reasonably is strained, I guess, but we were kind of close to winning both. We're kind of close to winning the game 1. In the game 3, we kind of got just dumpstered by the nutty glimpse. That game 1 was about as close as you can be with Death and Taxes versus Elves. Looks like we aren't making it on the leaderboard today. But we did get to crush a bunch of people, so that's fun. This hand sucks butts. This hand also sucks butts. Man, if these wastelands are good. Put them all into 6. I'm happy going to 5. Ship 2 lands, maybe? Probably ship the second mom. What is our opponent doing? Mildly alarmed by Island Go. Yep, of course. This is either You're Dead or Baby's First Legacy League. Obviously there is some middle ground, but we like our hyperbole. The problem is I don't know enough to like put Prelude on 3 or 4 here. Like if they're on Sneak, we could just like slam Prelude on 3 and hope it doesn't get forced. If they're on Storm, we could just like try to slam Prelude on 4 and just kill them. We'll try to glean some information from this turn too. Alright, so Storm, right? Oh fuck, we're just dead. Well, when I said either we're dead or it's Baby's First Legacy League, I guess we're dead. Wow, they have Past Emblems there in too, so we're just dead, right? And they just find like a ritual. Is that like deterministic? Ritual 6, Flashback Pathway 7, 8, 9, yeah. They just go all, yeah, we're deterministically dead. Well, we tried. We even drew the Prelate. We were all ready for the next turn. Granted, my opponent could have had a lot of things there. If they like had a Thoughtseize, we would have been severely far behind against Storm as well. That's why we have a pile of chalices in the sideboard. I'm gonna make a play out these triggers. I prefer to not make my opponent click on the same targets button 10 times. I've played against Storm so many times, I have like the sideboard plan more or less memorized. Is literally the reason for the chalices? Yeah, exactly. Because it's like actually the best Storm hate card. Sure. This ain't good enough. Chalice on 0, Vial, port them, bunch of shit. We could like mulligan for a better hand. Do I like Crypt more than Cage right now? The Crypt was a conscious choice because I wanted to head more towards Storm than anything else. I mean, like in the middle of like Storm and Red Black Reanimator. One Chalice on 0, I think should wait for 1. I feel like we're just gonna get Thoughtseize if that happens, right? And then we just have nothing. Yeah, the London definitely like incentivizes me to ship it. I feel like when you're Storming, you're on the draw, you just want to like slam Thoughtseize on turn 1 all the time. Maybe not, apparently, but it doesn't quite do anything. On the play, when you have like Thalia plus Chalice or something, I'll generally hold the Chalice because you're immune to the discard spell, because you have like the 2/2 drops. When you're on the play, at least. When you're on the draw, I think you want to like not die on turn 2. But generally, when you have one thing and your opponent's playing like their Thoughtseize decks, Where were you last turn, Ancient Tomb? Indeed. Hey, Stoneforge is a card at least. In the deck. Do you want to keep porting, or I could like... I boarded out the GJ actually. Fortunately, this Tomb, I can't port them and cast my Stoneforge still. We could also, while in the Stoneforge, just cast the Sword of Fire and Ice and not put in Sarah Avenger. And just get a Sword of Fire and Ice online to try to dig for better stuff. That might actually be the play. Just try to dig for more answers. I'm gonna take the vial up to 3. I don't think I like porting. I want to find a better, like, I want to accelerate finding things that actually, like, help me win this game. I don't feel comfortable with this board state, so, like, I don't like just giving them more time by, like, dirtling around ports when they're obviously not, like, being super inhibited. They already have the second land. Trigger. Are they just killing me? Nice. Well, we tried. So last card, just like Diagnos. Infernal Tutor for passive play, just like straight up kills me. Alright, both teams tried hard. Oh, they're gonna... Do they have enough mana to play around Graveyard Hate? Yeah, they do. They have exactly enough. RIP. Notably, our Chalice wasn't actually very good that game. Like, if we had, like, put it on... We, like, put it on 1. Obviously, like, turning off their cantrips is really important. But just, like, sometimes Storm does have the ways to play around your Chalice on... This is, like, your GP performance. 3-0 to 3-2. Yeah, getting turn 3 on a mull to 6 on the draw felt pretty rough there. Storm matchup never felt particularly shitty, but I mean, outside of like it was already like moderately like I guess mildly unfavored is where I'd put it, and that's why I've been playing 3 chalices for a really long time because people, especially on Moto, really love to play just play Storm. I ran into it 3 times at the GP, so it's definitely a very popular deck. And I think without chalices, or even with like fewer chalices, you're less likely to be able to beat it. And sometimes they just like crush you anyway. Storm's so popular online, so like, yeah, for sure. Storm does have a very cult following. Anyway, wow, that lead went by really fast. Not even 11 yet. Get that last match in here. Right. I think there's a chance I also should have mulliganed that 7. I think I could have. Mulliganing 7 felt kind of greedy, but that hand was pretty weak outside of exactly like Chalice, which I was slamming on 0. Like, the only thing that's better, though, is having 2 things, right? Like, mulliganing into, like, Thalia plus Chalice. Or, like, Thalia plus even, like, Graveyard Hate would have been okay, maybe. Like, Thalia plus Tormod Script or something. Or even like Thalia plus Sanctum Prelate or Chalice plus Sanctum Prelate. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to mulligan at 7. But it felt okay on the play, especially with both Violent Port to do other things. But anyway, since we got a little bit of extra time here, I'm going to kind of wind down and talk about some of the things that I took away from the event, as well as what I'm going to be doing going forward. So takeaways from the event, I really liked every card in the deck except for Ballista. Ballista's this card that I've been like very hit or miss on in the deck for a while. I've had it in the main, I've had it in the side, I've had it like completely out of the 75, and it's been like, when it's good, it's very good. What do you want, kitty? You want to say hi to chat? Come here. Come here. This one's the furry one. She's not on camera very often. Say hi to chat. Can you guys hear the purring? She's a very loud purr. Anyway, Ballista is just sad monk. Like, there are some matchups where Ballista is nuts. Like, I played against Infect in the game that I won. Ballista, very good. When you play against elves and you somehow manage to live to turn 4 or whatever, or even like Delver, especially blue-red Delver with like Young Pyromancer, Terramander, Delver as like their threat suite and stuff. There are a lot of and Baleful Strixes. There's like a very long list of decks and cards that Ballista is good against. But a lot of them I don't think like the deck needs the help in, and I don't think that like I guess that's I said but that's mostly my point. Is just like I think I want to be looking towards other matchups. Like the matchups for Ballista is good. Most of them I don't care about as much as I should be caring about other things like Blue-White Stoneblade or something like that. So I think in terms of main board slots, this Ballista is the only thing that really disappointed me. I think maybe it should be like third Revoker or maybe some like weird fringe tech card. How does D&T beat Stoneblade actually? Not. I mean, answering GTA is like the normal answer. Game 1, you want to like flood the board a lot because they don't have any wraths. Oh yeah, I could try the main deck Council Judgment that the mod squad was talking about at GPNF. Very clunky, but also like maybe it's reasonable against the field of 11% Stoneblade or whatever. But yeah, like Revoker is important. Like Viables like Flicker Royce answering GTA and stuff is pretty important. The true name isn't that scary. When they have multiple true names or like have a true name with equipment, that's when you get buried. So you want answers for the equipment since you can't really fight that true name fight very well. And then post board, you have like you really heavily into like cards like Council Judgment or try to like make them not play a game of Magic with stuff like Chalice and Cataclysm. But anyway, Ballista Cataclysm overperformed for me. I didn't actually draw it that much, but I boarded it a ton. I didn't play against a lot of grindy decks, but I played against like 2 Eldrazi post decks. And it felt really miserable that I was on not a lot of cards for that. I think if you're running into that, you can like swap a Chalice for a Damping Sphere since it's still Stormhate, but I think that's kind of an outlier, but maybe people are like teching Eldrazi post because it like beats up Stoneblade or something, but if that becomes more of a thing on my radar, I'll be considering something like Damping Sphere. Damping Sphere is good against elves. True. I mean, so is something like Chalice. Damping Sphere is obviously better, but yeah, I don't really make sideboard considerations for the elves matchup. The Graveyard Suite, as anemic as it looks and is, I'm pretty happy with it right now. Graveyard Suite being 1 Crypt, 1 Surgical, 1 Rip, 1 Containment Priest. Yeah, the best tech for his elves is to dodge. But I did, my favorite moment, I think, Lackey, I think you were the one that asked yesterday about my favorite moment at the GP, and I totally forgot about this until today when I was thinking back on it. I played against Red-Black Reanimator in like 5 or 6 of the GP, and game 1 I get crushed. My opponent kills me with a Eternal Grizzlebrand or whatever. And game 2, I did tweet about this game for those of you that follow me on Twitter. But game 2, I draw 7, or like I draw my opening 7, no graveyard hate, ship it, go to 6. My opponent snap keeps their 7. I look at my 6, no graveyard hate, ship it, go to 5. Look at my 5, it's like land, chalice, revoker, prelate, or something. And I'm like, all right, this is never gonna do it, right? I'm just gonna go to 4 and hope I get like the god 4. So I draw my 4, and my 4 is Chalice, Plains, Tormod's Crypt, Thalia. So I snap keep, scry a surgical extraction to the top of my deck. I go turn 1, land, Tormod's Crypt, Chalice on 0. He Faithless Loogs or some shit. I draw the surgical extraction. He tries to reanimate to like make me crack the crypt. I surgical a thing and like look through his deck. Leave my crypt in play. My next draw is a Plains. I play my Thalia. My next draw is a 3rd Plains. My next draw after that is another Chalice, which I put on 1. And my next draw after that is a Rest in Peace. And my opponent just got absolutely just reevaluated their entire life decision of showing up for that tournament of just like actual God 4 and then also like the God top 6 cards of my deck. That was awesome. Tilted off the face of the earth. While I was mulliganing, my opponent was like, while I was going to the 4, my opponent was like, man, if I lose with you on this 4, I'm gonna feel so bad. And then I crushed him. And then I also went on to win that game 3. So we also Static's buddy, so we get to relive it over and over. Yeah. Apparently he's a local that goes to like the same area that Static does. It was such a good story. Anyway, so yeah, tangentially, Graveyard Suite felt okay. I like the Crypt. Cage is fine. I like Crypt more right now because of Storm's presence, especially like online. I've been playing Crypt. Offline, less likely to play Crypt, but even then, like people love Storm. It is a sweet deck. So I like Crypt as a hedge between Reanimator because you want fast hate and like Storm because you want like mass graveyard exiling stuff. Chalice the Voids were okay. Ugh. Moto, what's going on? Excuse me? I'm so confused. Alright, whatever, Moto. Cage's Garbo for Storm Alone, Crypt is... Yeah, that's kind of the general thing. It's like Cage is like marginally better against red-black. Is the thing. So like Cage is the better turn 1 hate card against red-black, generally speaking. Wow. Oh. Jeez. Moto Y. Anyway, what was I saying? Graveyard Hate, fine. Chalices were okay. I never played against Miracles. I played against Starlight 1 time. I boarded in Chalice against Storm 3 times, but like that was I guess I boarded in Chalice versus Blue Red Delver, which I played against twice. I usually only bring in 2 Chalices though. Because I never know when to come for the 3rd. Whenever I play Cage, they just immediately wear Jared or whatever. Yeah. Generally speaking, the logic behind Cage being better than Crypt is that Cage requires you to have an answer and then have a reanimate spell, whereas Crypt just requires you to like cast a reanimate spell, and then you're forced to pop the Crypt, and then they can just like reload with just like normal Faithless Looms or Entombs or stuff. They don't need to have their sideboard tech. They can just keep progressing their game plan. They can also do the fancy line where they cast Exhume, you crack Crypt, and then they cast Entomb in response to their Exhume stall on this deck. Okay. That's the general philosophy behind Cage versus Crypt. So the Chalice was okay. I didn't play against a lot of Miracles, but I think people still just love playing that deck all the time. It was not the tournament for me. Chance was also a thing. I consider it a little bit less though, because I don't think the better people are keeping in Chancellors. I guess Chancellor on the play is a little bit better, even versus Death and Taxes, but I generally see a lot of people boarding it out anyway, or shaving it. The card was okay. Maybe like I want it to just be a Stoneblade hate card, right? But there aren't really any good ones. Like Manrique Gusari is not what I'm looking for. They should, yeah. I just specify that because Red Black Reanimator also does attract a certain quality of player at a baseline. So yeah, this card I feel like wants to be some sort of Stoneblade card, and I don't know what that is yet. These Cataclysms are still fine. I actually like them for Stoneblade, which makes them better for, in my opinion. The Prelate was a medium. I could see it being like a Pithing Needle or something. Just as like kind of a better hedge. Let's just move to the sideboard, just leave. I think I might just kick it to the curb. And of course I'll play a bunch of matchups where I'm like, man, I really wish I had a Ballista, but I can see this Prelate being a Needle. It does weaken the combo matchups, specifically Storm and Sneak and Show, which are matchups that I was concerned about going into the event. I did play against Storm 3 times, Sneak and Show once, but I could see playing like a Needle to try to tech for like Blade and some of the other matchups more. Needle's obviously a very versatile card, but also like not exceptionally impactful. Path, Relic Order, Judgment's obviously just locked in. So like cards I could see changing would be this pile, I guess. Seal Cleansing. I could see like an actual Disenchant. Again, like playing a Seal Cleansing or a Disenchant. It's been forever and a year trying to get you to play one. I've played it before. I've had a Needle in sideboards in my life, just like not recently. Just like haven't like felt a desire for it. So I guess these are the main cards I would change. The Ballista and like these 3 sideboard cards, but like like I said, I don't really know where the meta's going. I don't really know what I want to be doing. I'm not like really prepping for an event anytime soon, so I'll probably be kind of just like messing around with stuff. Oh, hey Eddie, great job on day 2. I know that means like great job making it to day 2, but it's also daggers because of how fucking horribly I did in day 2. Day 2 I just got absolutely destroyed. I was ready to play against Blade and Miracles based on the GP. Yeah. I saw 0 Tundras and 2 leagues. I only saw 1 Tundra deck in the GP, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only played against... I played against Blue Eye Stoneblade round 2 and then like never saw a Tundra again. Anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. It's kind of my end of stream decompression about how I felt about taxes right now. What's making you go back to Avenger? Avenger's solid against Delver, and Flyers are super important in the Blade matchup. Is kind of why I like Avenger right now. When Tomek comes out, I think I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna just straight swap an Avenger for a Tomek and see how I feel about him. You should take the E-Tie list for a spin. God. Hey, cat, no. I don't know if I could ever bring myself to playing 4 Horizon Canopies and 3 Mishra's Factories. But I'll figure it out. I have a lot of downtime. Like I said, nothing really going on, so maybe I'll just like fuck around and play the E-Tai list. Why not? For those of you that don't know, E-Tai had like a 25 land, 4 Horizon Canopy, 3 Mishra's Factory list with like a bunch of nonsense in it. That Peroko, Basic Planes in chat, took to 401 9th place at the MCQ on Sunday. And Eddie went, what'd you do? 4-1 with it, I think? I forget how you ended up. That is 4 Horizon Canopy more than I ever want to play in my lists. How many Horizon Canopies do I own? I think I own 4 Horizon Canopies. Yeah, I built Modern Humans. Yeah, perfect. Just 2 foil future sites, 1 non-foil, and 1 iconic masters. Amazing. Miranda would be proud. I should take a screenshot. But anyway, let's find someone to host. I'm done sitting here talking. Who's streaming Legacy? Me, a bunch of paper people. Romario. Just go as basically one of my go-tos. On after me pretty often. Playing some Sneak and Show. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had a good time. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can always follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free, help you know when going live. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and Thraben-themed subscription badge in the chat. Donations, I do donation deck lists. Currently in the queue, we have Counter Rebels, if any of you watched Phil's stream. So at some point in the next week or so, we will be streaming this Counter Rebels nonsense. I have no idea how it functions at all. I'm gonna have to like watch. I never saw Phil's stream. I need to like go watch it to figure out how this deck plays. But anyway, I'm gonna send you all Romario's way. Have a good rest of the day, rest of the week. I'll see you guys all Friday. I don't do Thursday streams usually, so catch you guys all later.